Hello and welcome to True IELTS. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jessica, and this is
IELTS Over Coffee. Hi and welcome to episode 4 of this series of 10 videos on IELTS writing. And we're looking at the most common IELTS writing topics for part 2. Now in this lesson we're going to look at some vocabulary which can make your writing much more natural and much more academic. Similar to the last few videos, in each one I'm going to give you the definition, but we'll also give you some common collocations or maybe some word families to go with those words. And we'll give you an example of how you can use those words as well. Now, as always, I suggest that you pause the video after each word, make a note of what we've been saying, because that'll really help you in the future to remember them. You can look back at your notepad and you can start trying to use them in your writing. So the topic for today is education. Something we're very keen on, yes?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So Jessica, why don't you give us the first word?
Okay, so the first word today is compulsory. Compulsory is an adjective that is used to describe something that you must do because of a law or a rule. So often we talk about compulsory education, so the years when the government says you must study, compulsory subjects at school, or we can use the preposition for, so it's compulsory for some purpose.
Now Jess, what subjects were compulsory when you were at school?
Well, I remember every year we had to do English, we had to do some type of maths, and then we also did social studies, so either history or something related. Okay. And we would also do some type of science, so be it biology or physics.
So you had about 5 or 6 compulsory subjects.
Yeah, and every year it changed depending on the age.
Fantastic, thank you. The next word we're going to look at is the word literacy. Now, literacy is talking about the ability to read and write. Okay. Some common collocations are adult literacy. Okay. The literacy rate, so how many people in a country can read or write, and computer literacy, so if you're good with computers. Now, they usually use literacy rates to measure how developed a country is. Do you think that's a good way of doing that?
Yeah, I think it can be, as long as it's not used as like a standardized sort of testing exam type of thing.
Sure.
But I think high literacy rates obviously means that the country has a good education system and that they care about the education of the people. Okay. So definitely, I think is one of the factors. So our next word today is analyze. Analyze is a verb. The noun is analysis. And this means to study or examine something to learn more about it.
Sure.
So often we will analyze data, we can analyze a sample of something, maybe in science, or we can analyze a situation to study the situation to learn what we can from it. Sure.
A good example would be something like, the scientists analyzed the raw data before they made their conclusion. Now the next one we're going to look at is evaluate. Okay? Evaluate means to judge the quality, the importance, or the value of something. Some common collocations, you could evaluate someone's performance to see if they're doing well in their job or something like that. And you can evaluate the effectiveness of something. So how well is something working? Now they're a little bit connected, aren't they, really, evaluate and analyze. I guess when you're analyzing something, you're looking at it, you're reading, you want to learn something, but you're at the same time evaluating that material that you're looking at. So you're looking at it and you're saying, is this good? And can I apply it to what I'm researching?
So the next word today is theory. A theory is a formal statement of ideas suggested to explain a fact or an event. So some collocations, we can develop a theory, we can test a theory, reject a theory, or support a theory. Now, there are a lot of different theories around.
Yeah.
Daniel, can you give us some examples of some maybe famous theories?
Well, I guess you've got the theory of evolution. If you were with us in the last lesson, you'll remember the word evolution. We've got the theory of that, Charles Darwin. The theory of relativity, E = mc squared, Einstein. Mm-hmm. The Big Bang Theory, the television series, and how the universe started. And there are many other theories. Okay. So the next word we're going to look at is the word research. Okay. Research is to do a detailed study of something in order to discover or learn something new. Now, some collocations: you can do research, you can carry out research, or you can conduct research. And they all have the same meaning. I think carry out and conduct are a little more formal. Now, an example sentence we could use: scientists the world over are conducting research into a cure for cancer.
So the next word today is inquisitive. Mm-hmm. Now, I really like this word. This is an adjective to describe someone who wants to discover as much as they can about something. So inquisitive is the idea of questioning. We're asking lots of questions, and the right questions to find more information, to learn about something.
Sure.
And the verb of this is to inquire. And we could also use synonyms to describe an inquisitive person, like curious or inquiring. Mm-hmm. So, Daniel, would you say that you're an inquisitive person?
I think I'm a very inquisitive person. I'm always asking questions. I always want to learn. I really enjoy learning. And I think that it's important to be inquisitive because that's how things develop. That's how things progress. If people weren't inquisitive, we'd all still be living in caves.
This is true. Very true. It's a good thing we developed this inquisitive nature.
Absolutely. Okay, the final one we're going to look at today is the word qualification. Okay. Now, a qualification is an official record showing that you have completed a course. Okay. And some possible collocations that you might want to use are gain a qualification, obtain qualifications, or achieve qualifications. Now, Jessica, what qualifications do you think are the most important going when you're looking for a career, to start a career?
Well, it's a difficult one. I think it depends on the career. A lot of people look at having a university degree as the be-all and end-all. Everyone needs a degree. But I think that this qualification is only useful if it actually pertains to your future career. I think there are other qualifications that are equally useful depending on what type of job you're going into.
Sure.
So I think it depends. I also think experience is sometimes just as important as having a paper qualification.
Thank you. Wonderful. So today we've looked at another 8 words connected to education. And we've more importantly looked again at some common collocations, so those words that go together. And as I've said in the previous videos, they're really important to remember collocations because they really make your writing and your speaking sound so much more natural. Now, that's all for today, and I hope you join us in our next lesson, which will be on transport. Thank you very much for attending this one. See you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.